Top-level domains are those suffixes at the end of a web address. The most famous, of course, .com. International Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, or ICANN, wants to add more. May not seem like a big deal, but it could have big implications for consumers and companies, and it's sparking a big fight. Joining us is Ben Crawford, CEO of CentralNic and .brand Solutions, and Josh Bourne, president of the Coalition Against Domain Name Abuse. Josh, I had no idea domain names were being abused.
Well, they have been. It all started in 1999 when the ACPA came about, which is a law that protected trademark owners in the U.S., changed the name of the game. And domain names have grown to almost 210 million registrations worldwide. Basically, the reason is because it pays so much to use brand names to confuse consumers and trick them into harmful scenarios. Phishing, spam, farming, all these things are related oftentimes to trademark abuse.
So should there be a double X? Should there be a triple X domain?
You know, .xxx is a perfect example of where domain name policy comes from and why that's important to the big picture. Nobody was for XXX. The right, the left, even the adult entertainment industry. However, ICANN, our internet governor, brought the policy forward because basically it seemed interesting to the domain name industry. They believe that they can sell a lot of domain names in .xxx to brand owners who don't want their brand associated with XXX, to adult entertainment sites that are perfectly happy in .com but don't want their name used inappropriately in XXX. However, they don't want their content there because it makes it too easy to censor. So basically, nobody wants it other than the companies that want to sell domain names.
That would bring us to Mr. Crawford, would it not?
It does. Well, that's actually why we founded .brand Solutions, because the current system doesn't work very well. Anybody can get a brand name, a domain name that includes a trademark on a first-come, first-served basis. So what brands want to do and what industry associations want to do is get their own top-level domains, which means that if you get a domain that ends with your .brand, the consumers have confidence that it is actually an authentic site. It gives the brands and the industry associations control over the policy, who can get a domain name that ends with a .brand, for instance, and it also gives the brands complete control over the inventory, so they can create any domain name they want, and they're not concerned about what's available and what's unavailable.
Why would we not do that? I mean, these domains like .com, .edu are translated into numbers for internet traffic anyway, so does it really matter?
Well, I think ICANN at the moment is making a lot of. Okay. That ICANN's making a lot of progress. They've been working for a couple of years on this in actually allowing these new top-level domains for cities, for brands, for communities, for industry associations, and so on. There are people like Hitachi and Canon and the City of New York and so on who are all moving forward with this or planning to as soon as ICANN fires the starting pistol.